The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. Book summary, published by Book Bites. Imagine this, you're at a crossroads, facing an opportunity that could change your life. But instead of moving forward, something holds you back. It's not your skills, it's not your experience, it's your mindset. What if the only thing stopping you from achieving your dreams is how big you're thinking? How often have you found yourself setting limits based on fear, doubt, or simply the belief that you're not capable of more? In today's video, we're diving into a game-changing book that reveals the secrets to unlocking your full potential. The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. This isn't just another motivational book. It's a roadmap for achieving success by shifting the way you think about yourself, your goals, and your capabilities. Schwartz shows us how to overcome limiting beliefs, take bold actions, and create a life filled with success and fulfillment. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll learn practical, proven strategies for thinking bigger, acting with confidence, and turning your dreams into reality. Ready to take the first step towards a future you never thought possible? Let's get started. Chapter 1. Believe you can succeed and you will. Every great achievement begins with belief. In this opening chapter, David J. Schwartz introduces the foundation of all success, the power of belief. Schwartz explains that believing in yourself is the first step to achieving anything, no matter how big or small. But this belief must be genuine. It can't be a fleeting thought or mere wishful thinking. It needs to be deeply rooted in the understanding that you can succeed and that success is within your reach if you take the right steps. Schwartz shares stories of people who achieved extraordinary success because they believed they could. One such example is the story of Henry Ford. Ford, the pioneer of the modern automobile industry, was not formally educated in business or mechanics, but he believed that he could revolutionize the way people traveled. His belief led him to create the Ford Motor Company and the Model T, forever changing transportation. What set Ford apart wasn't a head start or a particular advantage. It was his unwavering belief that he could succeed in making cars affordable for the masses. The essence of this chapter is that your level of success is directly related to your level of belief. If you believe you can accomplish something big, you're more likely to take the necessary steps to achieve it. Belief creates motivation, which fuels action, and action leads to success. Schwartz encourages us to adopt the mindset of successful people by cultivating strong, positive beliefs about our abilities. He offers several practical strategies to help strengthen this belief. First, he advises us to think positively about ourselves and our goals. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, focus on what could go right. Ask yourself, why not me? Why not now? By constantly reinforcing positive thoughts, you reprogram your mind to expect success rather than failure. Another important point is that belief is contagious. When you believe in yourself, others start to believe in you too. Think of the last time you were in the presence of someone who had unwavering confidence in their goals. You likely felt inspired, motivated, and energized by their certainty. This energy has a ripple effect, attracting the right people, opportunities, and circumstances into your life. Practical application. Start your day by affirming your belief in your success. Repeat statements like, I believe I have the ability to achieve my goals, or I am capable of great things. When faced with a challenge, stop and ask yourself, do I believe I can succeed in this? If not, shift your mindset until you do. Surround yourself with people who believe in your potential and encourage your big ideas. Chapter 2. Cure yourself of excusitis, the failure disease. Schwartz introduces a term called excusitis, a condition that affects almost everyone at some point in their lives. Excusitis is the habit of making excuses to explain why we aren't succeeding or taking action toward our goals. This disease of excuses is one of the biggest barriers to success, and it comes in many forms. I'm not smart enough, I'm too old, I don't have enough money, or it's just not the right time. The key takeaway from this chapter is that successful people don't make excuses. They don't waste time focusing on what's wrong or what they lack. Instead, they focus on what they can do with the resources they have. They take full responsibility for their outcomes and never blame their circumstances for their lack of progress. One of the most common forms of excusitis is related to health. Many people say, "I'm too tired, I'm not healthy enough," or "I can't do that because of my condition." Schwartz explains that while it's important to take care of your health, you shouldn't let minor health issues stop you from achieving your goals. He tells the story of a man who was diagnosed with a serious illness but refused to let it define him. Despite his diagnosis, this man continued working, achieving more than he ever thought possible, because he refused to give in to excusitis. Another common form of excusitis is intelligence. Many people hold themselves back because they believe they aren't smart enough to succeed. Schwartz argues that intelligence is not the most important factor in achieving success. In fact, there are countless examples of highly intelligent people who never achieve greatness because they lack the drive, confidence, or belief that they can succeed. On the flip side, many less intelligent people achieve extraordinary success simply because they refuse to let their perceived lack of intelligence hold them back. Schwartz challenges us to examine the excuses we've been using to justify our lack of action. Are you blaming your lack of time, your age, your education? Schwartz's message is clear. Stop making excuses and start taking action. Practical application. Write down the excuses you've been using to hold yourself back. Identify the underlying fears or limiting beliefs behind these excuses. Challenge each excuse. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or is this just a story I'm telling myself to avoid taking action? Replace your excuses with empowering beliefs. For example, instead of saying, "I don't have time," say, "I will make time because this goal is important to me." Chapter 3. Build confidence and destroy fear. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to success. Schwartz explains that fear is often the result of a lack of confidence. When we lack confidence in our abilities or in the outcome of our efforts, fear creeps in, causing us to doubt ourselves and hesitate in taking action. But here's the good news. Confidence, like a muscle, can be built and strengthened over time. Schwartz explains that the more action you take, the more your confidence grows and the less fear controls you. He encourages us to build our confidence by taking small steps toward our goals. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you strengthen your confidence and weaken your fear. One of the most powerful strategies Schwartz offers is the idea of acting confidently, even if you don't feel confident. By acting as if you are confident, you send a powerful signal to your brain that you are capable and in control. Over time, this practice will actually rewire your brain, and you'll start to feel more confident naturally. Schwartz also recommends several other strategies for building confidence. One simple but effective strategy is to dress like a successful person. When you dress well, you feel better about yourself, and others respond to you in a more positive way. This, in turn, boosts your confidence. Another strategy is to practice positive self-talk. Instead of focusing on your fears or doubts, focus on what you're capable of and what you've already achieved. One of the most valuable lessons in this chapter is that confidence comes from preparation. The more prepared you are for a situation, the less fear you'll feel. Whether it's a job interview, a presentation, or a big decision, taking the time to prepare will boost your confidence and reduce your anxiety. Schwartz concludes the chapter by emphasizing the importance of small victories. He explains that every small success builds momentum, which leads to bigger successes. By focusing on achieving small wins, you build your confidence, and your fear gradually fades away. Practical application. Start by taking small steps toward your goals. Each small action builds confidence and reduces fear. Act as if you are already confident. Walk tall, speak clearly, and make decisions with certainty, even if you feel uncertain inside. Celebrate small victories. Every time you achieve a small win, take a moment to recognize your progress and build on that momentum. Chapter 4. How to Think Big. In this chapter, Schwartz gets to the heart of the book's message, thinking big. He explains that the way we think about ourselves, our goals, and the world around us directly affects what we can achieve. If you think small, you will set small goals and achieve small results. But if you think big, you'll set bold goals and achieve extraordinary results. Schwartz explains that thinking big is not just about setting large goals. It's about expanding your vision of what's possible. Many people limit themselves by thinking within the boundaries of their current circumstances. They let their fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs dictate the size of their dreams. Schwartz challenges us to break free from these limitations and dream without limits. To think big, you need to focus on possibility, not limitation. Ask yourself, what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? This question opens up a world of possibilities and allows you to dream big without fear of failure. Schwartz also emphasizes the importance of setting big, bold goals. He explains that most people set goals that are too small because they're afraid of disappointment or failure. But small goals don't inspire action or excitement. Big goals, on the other hand, ignite passion and drive. When you set a big goal, you push yourself to think creatively, take bold actions, and overcome obstacles. One of the key principles in this chapter is that big thinking leads to big actions. When you think big, you take bigger, bolder steps toward your goals. You're more willing to take risks, try new things, and go the extra mile because you believe that the reward is worth the effort. Practical application. Take time to think about your biggest goals. Are they truly big, or are they limited by fear or doubt? If so, expand them. Ask yourself, what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? Use this question to challenge your current limitations and dream bigger. Set one bold, inspiring goal that excites you and motivates you to take action. Chapter 5. How to Think and Dream Creatively. Creativity is often thought of as something reserved for artists, musicians, or inventors. But Schwartz argues that creative thinking is essential for everyone, especially those striving for success. In this chapter, he explains that creative thinking helps you solve problems, find new opportunities, and see the world from a different perspective. One of the key points in this chapter is that creativity is not something you're born with. It's a skill that can be developed. Schwartz provides several strategies for developing your creative thinking skills, starting with breaking free from routine thinking. When you always approach problems the same way, you limit your options and stifle creativity. By questioning the status quo and challenging conventional wisdom, you open yourself up to new possibilities. Schwartz encourages us to adopt a curious mindset, ask questions, explore new ideas, and always be on the lookout for better ways to do things. This curiosity fuels creativity and leads to innovative solutions. Another important strategy is to take time for quiet reflection. In our busy lives, we often don't give ourselves enough time to think deeply or creatively. Schwartz suggests setting aside time each day to think, reflect, and brainstorm new ideas. Whether it's during a walk, while journaling, or in quiet meditation, giving yourself space to think can lead to breakthrough insights. Schwartz also highlights the importance of surrounding yourself with creative thinkers. Just as your environment influences your mindset, the people you surround yourself with affect your creativity. By spending time with people who challenge your ideas, offer new perspectives, and think outside the box, you'll be inspired to think more creatively yourself. Practical application. Break free from routine thinking by questioning the status quo. Look for new ways to solve problems and approach challenges. Set aside time each day for quiet reflection and brainstorming. Use this time to think deeply and explore new ideas. Surround yourself with creative thinkers who challenge your ideas and inspire you to think bigger. Chapter 6. You are what you think you are. In this chapter, Schwartz explores the concept of self-image and how it affects your success. He explains that how you see yourself determines how others see you, and ultimately, how successful you become. If you think of yourself as a capable, confident, and successful person, others will treat you that way, and opportunities will start to come your way. Schwartz uses the metaphor of a mirror to illustrate this point. The way you think about yourself is reflected in the way you act, speak, and carry yourself. If you think poorly of yourself, you'll project insecurity, doubt, and fear. But if you think highly of yourself, you'll project confidence, optimism, and success. This chapter emphasizes the importance of cultivating a positive self-image. Schwartz explains that you have the power to shape your self-image through your thoughts, actions, and behaviors. By consistently thinking positive thoughts about yourself and acting in a confident manner, you reinforce a positive self-image, which leads to greater success. One of the practical strategies Schwartz offers is to act the part. Even if you don't feel confident or successful yet, start acting as if you are. Dress well, speak clearly, and carry yourself with confidence. Over time, these actions will start to shape your self-image, and you'll begin to feel more confident and successful naturally. Schwartz also encourages us to surround ourselves with people who reinforce our positive self-image. Spend time with people who believe in you, encourage you, and challenge you to grow. Their positive influence will help you build and maintain a strong positive self-image. Practical application. Take inventory of your self-image. Do you see yourself as a confident, capable, and successful person? If not, what thoughts or beliefs are holding you back? Start acting the part by dressing, speaking, and carrying yourself with confidence. Even if you don't feel confident yet, act as if you are. Surround yourself with people who reinforce your positive self-image and believe in your potential. Chapter 7. Manage your environment. Go first class. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your thoughts and actions. In this chapter, Schwartz explains that if you want to think big and achieve big things, you need to create an environment that supports those goals. This means surrounding yourself with people, experiences, and influences that encourage you to aim higher and think bigger. Schwartz argues that your physical environment, where you live, work, and spend your time, has a direct impact on your mindset. If you surround yourself with clutter, chaos, and negativity, your thinking will become small, stressed, and limited. But if you create a clean, organized, and positive environment, your thinking will expand, and you'll be more likely to achieve your goals. This concept extends to the people you spend time with. Schwartz encourages us to surround ourselves with people who think big and inspire us to do the same. If you spend time with small thinkers who are always complaining, making excuses, or playing it safe, you'll start to adopt their mindset. But if you spend time with ambitious, positive, and successful people, their energy will inspire you to think bigger and reach for more. Schwartz also emphasizes the importance of going first class in every area of your life. This doesn't mean spending money frivolously or living beyond your means. It means treating yourself with respect and holding yourself to a high standard. Whether it's in the way you dress, the people you associate with, or the way you handle your work, going first class means always striving for excellence. Practical application. Take a look at your physical environment. Is it cluttered or chaotic? If so, clean and organize your space to create a more positive environment. Evaluate the people you spend time with. Are they encouraging you to think big and aim higher, or are they holding you back? Surround yourself with people who inspire you to grow. Aim for excellence in everything you do, whether it's how you dress, how you communicate, or how you work. Going first class sets the standard for success. Chapter 8. Make your attitudes your allies. Your attitude is one of the most powerful tools you have in your quest for success. In this chapter, Schwartz explains that your attitude determines how you respond to challenges, how you interact with others, and how you approach opportunities. A positive attitude leads to positive outcomes, while a negative attitude can sabotage even the best opportunities. One of the key points in this chapter is that you have control over your attitude. While you can't always control what happens to you, you can control how you respond to it. Schwartz encourages us to develop an attitude of optimism, enthusiasm, and perseverance, no matter what challenges we face. He also explains that your attitude affects the way others perceive you. People are naturally drawn to those who are positive, enthusiastic, and solution-oriented. If you maintain a positive attitude, you'll attract more opportunities, build stronger relationships, and inspire others to support you. Schwartz offers several strategies for cultivating a positive attitude. One of the most effective is to focus on solutions rather than problems. When faced with a challenge, instead of dwelling on what's wrong, focus on what you can do to fix it. This shift in perspective turns obstacles into opportunities and keeps you moving forward. Another strategy is to practice gratitude. When you focus on the things you're grateful for, you naturally become more positive and optimistic. Schwartz suggests starting each day by listing the things you're grateful for, which sets the tone for a positive, productive day. Practical application. Monitor your attitude throughout the day. When you notice yourself slipping into negativity or frustration, consciously shift your focus to solutions and gratitude. Practice daily gratitude by listing 3 things you're grateful for each morning. This simple habit can shift your entire perspective. Surround yourself with positive, enthusiastic people who reinforce your positive attitude and inspire you to stay optimistic. Chapter 9. Think right toward people. Success is not just about what you achieve on your own. It's about how you interact with others. In this chapter, Schwartz emphasizes the importance of thinking positively about people and building strong, supportive relationships. He explains that how you think about others affects how they respond to you, and ultimately, your success. Schwartz encourages us to see the best in people and expect the best from them. When you approach others with respect, kindness, and optimism, they are more likely to respond in the same way. This creates a positive cycle of trust, cooperation, and mutual support, which is essential for long-term success. One of the key points in this chapter is that people are drawn to those who genuinely care about them. Schwartz explains that successful people take the time to listen to others, show empathy, and offer help when needed. This builds strong relationships, which are the foundation of success. He also highlights the importance of giving sincere compliments. Complimenting others not only boosts their confidence, but also strengthens your relationship with them. Schwartz encourages us to look for opportunities to praise others and acknowledge their strengths, which creates a positive, supportive environment. Another important lesson in this chapter is to avoid criticism and negativity. Schwartz explains that criticizing others, whether openly or behind their backs, damages relationships and creates a toxic environment. Instead of focusing on what others are doing wrong, focus on what they're doing right and offer encouragement. Practical application. Practice giving sincere compliments to the people around you. Look for opportunities to praise others for their strengths and contributions. Make an effort to listen actively and show empathy when interacting with others. Strong relationships are built on trust and understanding. Avoid criticizing or speaking negatively about others. Focus on positive, constructive feedback that helps others grow. Chapter 10. Get the action habit. Thinking big is only half the battle. The real key to success is taking action. In this chapter, Schwartz explains that successful people don't just think big, they act on those thoughts. They develop what he calls the action habit, which means they are always taking steps, no matter how small, toward their goals. Schwartz emphasizes that action cures fear. The more you take action, the more confident you become, and the less fear controls you. He explains that many people get stuck in a cycle of overthinking and procrastination because they're afraid of failure or uncertainty. But the only way to overcome that fear is to take action. Every step forward builds momentum, and that momentum propels you closer to your goals. One of the key lessons in this chapter is the importance of starting now. Schwartz explains that there will never be a perfect time to start working toward your goals. Waiting for the perfect moment only leads to missed opportunities and regret. The best time to take action is now, even if you're not fully prepared or confident yet. Schwartz also encourages us to develop a bias toward action. Instead of waiting for things to happen, take initiative and make things happen. Whether it's a big decision or a small task, always be moving forward. This action-oriented mindset is what separates successful people from those who stay stuck in mediocrity. Practical application. Identify one small action you can take today toward your goal. No matter how small it is, taking action builds momentum. Develop a bias toward action by making quick decisions and acting on them. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. When faced with fear or doubt, remind yourself that action cures fear. The more you act, the more confident and capable you become. Chapter 11. How to turn defeat into victory. Failure is inevitable on the path to success, but how you handle it determines whether you ultimately succeed. In this chapter, Schwartz explains that successful people don't avoid failure. They embrace it as a learning opportunity. Instead of letting defeat define them, they analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and keep moving forward. One of the most powerful lessons in this chapter is that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insights and experience that help you improve and grow. Schwartz encourages us to view failure as feedback rather than a permanent setback. He also explains that failure is not final. Many of the most successful people in history faced significant failures before achieving greatness. Thomas Edison, for example, failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. But Edison didn't see those failures as defeats. He saw them as necessary steps on the path to success. Schwartz offers practical strategies for turning defeat into victory. First, he encourages us to analyze our failures objectively. Instead of taking failure personally, look at it as a problem to be solved. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? By identifying the root causes of failure, you can make the necessary adjustments to avoid repeating the same mistakes. Second, Schwartz advises us to maintain a positive attitude in the face of failure. It's easy to get discouraged after a setback, but maintaining a positive outlook allows you to stay motivated and focused on your long-term goals. Finally, Schwartz emphasizes the importance of perseverance. The road to success is rarely a straight line, and setbacks are inevitable. But if you keep pushing forward, learning from your failures and making adjustments, you will eventually reach your destination. Practical application. When you experience a failure or setback, take time to analyze it objectively. Identify what went wrong and what you can learn from the experience. Maintain a positive attitude in the face of failure. Remind yourself that failure is a stepping stone to success, not the end of the road. Practice perseverance. Keep moving forward, even when you encounter obstacles or setbacks. Success often requires multiple attempts before you achieve your goal. Chapter 12. Use goals to help you grow. Goals are essential for personal and professional growth. In this chapter, Schwartz explains that clear, ambitious goals give you direction and purpose. Without goals, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly. But with goals, you have a roadmap that guides your actions and decisions, helping you grow and achieve success. Schwartz emphasizes the importance of setting big, bold goals that challenge you to stretch beyond your comfort zone. Most people set goals that are too small because they're afraid of disappointment or failure. But small goals don't inspire action or excitement. Big goals, on the other hand, ignite passion and drive. One of the key lessons in this chapter is that your goals should be specific, measurable, and time-bound. Schwartz advises us to write down our goals and create a detailed action plan for achieving them. By breaking down big goals into smaller, manageable steps, you make the process less overwhelming and more achievable. Schwartz also encourages us to review our goals regularly. It's important to track your progress and make adjustments along the way. If you're not making the progress you'd like, don't be afraid to tweak your goals or your action plan. The key is to stay focused and keep moving forward, even if you need to adjust your course. Practical application. Take time to write down your biggest goals. Make sure they are specific, measurable, and time-bound. Create a detailed action plan for achieving your goals. Break down big goals into smaller, manageable steps that you can work on every day. Review your goals regularly and track your progress. Make adjustments to your action plan as needed to stay on track. Chapter 13. How to Think Like a Leader. Leadership is about influencing others and inspiring them to take action. In this final chapter, Schwartz explains that anyone can become a leader by thinking big, acting with integrity, and taking responsibility for their actions. Leadership is not just about having a title or position of authority. It's about setting an example and inspiring others to follow your lead. One of the key principles of leadership is taking initiative. Schwartz explains that leaders don't wait for others to tell them what to do. They take charge and make things happen. This action-oriented mindset is what sets leaders apart from followers. Another important aspect of leadership is integrity. Schwartz emphasizes that leaders must be trustworthy, honest, and ethical in their actions. People are more likely to follow and respect leaders who act with integrity and demonstrate a strong moral compass. Schwartz also explains that leaders show genuine interest in others. They listen to people's concerns, offer support, and help others succeed. By putting others first, leaders build strong relationships and create a positive, collaborative environment. Finally, Schwartz highlights the importance of continuous growth and improvement. Leaders are always looking for ways to improve themselves and their skills. They are open to feedback, willing to learn from their mistakes, and constantly seeking new knowledge and insights. Practical application. Take initiative in your work and personal life. Don't wait for others to tell you what to do. Take charge and make things happen. Act with integrity in everything you do. Be honest, ethical, and trustworthy, and others will respect and follow your lead. Show genuine interest in others. Listen actively, offer support, and help others succeed. Leadership is about serving others as much as it is about achieving your own goals. Commit to continuous growth and improvement. Always be learning, growing, and seeking ways to become a better leader. Conclusion. Unlocking the magic of thinking big. The magic of thinking big is more than just a book. It's a blueprint for transforming your life. David J. Schwartz's timeless lessons teach us that success is not about intelligence, talent, or luck. It's about how big you're willing to think and how boldly you're willing to act. By cultivating belief in yourself, eliminating excuses, taking decisive action, and thinking creatively, you can unlock a life of success and fulfillment. Schwartz shows us that the only limits we face are the ones we impose on ourselves. If you can think big, act big, and stay positive, the possibilities are endless. As we wrap up this summary, I encourage you to reflect on your own life and ask yourself, am I thinking big enough? Am I taking bold actions toward my goals? If the answer is no, then now is the time to start. Remember, your success starts with your thoughts. So think big, act big, and watch your life transform. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe for more life-changing book summaries like this one. Keep thinking big,